The Nukeproof Dissent has raced at some of the highest levels in mountain biking and has proven itself to be an absolute weapon when it comes to downhill racing. Nukeproof have just released a new version. I got my hands on one and I'm going to give you guys a closer look. Boom! Check it out. This is the RS version of the Dissent and just check out that frame colour. It is so nice. But I'm going to give you guys a closer look at the components. As I've already mentioned, just look at that frame. This is the Dissent Carbon and that racing red is such a nice colour. Up the front you have the RockShox Boxer WC Ultimate fork with 200mm of travel and also 200mm of travel in the rear shock with the RockShox Super Deluxe Ultimate. For the drivetrain you have the SRAM EXO Downhill 7-speed and the crankset SRAM EXO 1 Carbon Downhill. For the wheels you have the Nukeproof Horizon V2s and some grippy Michelin DH22 front and rear tyres. The SRAM Code R brakes. And for the seat post you have the Nukeproof Horizon alloy paired with the Nukeproof Vector saddle. And up to the top of the bike you have the Nukeproof Horizon alloy handlebar with the Nukeproof Sam Hill grips and the Nukeproof Horizon stem. There's been some key updates made to this bike, but to tell you about those, we're going to head over to one of the experts. So let's go talk to Chris from Nukeproof.
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot him in the head.
We're here with Chris Brown, R&D engineer from Nukeproof, who's been out riding this prototype Nukeproof Dissent. So Chris, what are the key updates from the new Dissent?
The new Dissent is now fully carbon fibre. The key callouts are we have an adjustable headset where the rider can adjust their headset to be plus or minus 6mm for their reach adjustment. We also have a mullet chip for 29 or 27.5 rear end. The main pivot has 3 positions that the rider can set in for different leverage ratios and different progression rates. So we have 21%, 25%, 28% progression. This allows the rider to adjust the sensitivity and the progression of the stroke. So between the old bike and the new bike, the leverage ratio has been raised. This makes the bike more sensitive and more supple off the top, but it still has a really good mid-stroke, so it's really supportive and stable. And we have an aggressive end to our leverage ratio, which means that the bike will always get through its travel and will never have a harsh bottom out. We also have adjustability on our chainstay length, which has 3 positions here also, and it allows the rider to adjust the length of their rear end and make it more playful and depending on what type of riding they do.
Big thanks to Chris there for those key updates, and there you have it, the all-new carbon Nukeproof Dissent. This bike has already been on podiums at the World Cup and Crankworx this year. Let us know what you think about it in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe.